What do you think a man does who has 100 sheep and one of them gets lost? He'll leave the other 99 grazing on the hillside and go look for that lost sheep. When he finds it, I tell you, he feels far happier over this one sheep than over the 99 that didn't get lost. In just the same way, my Father in heaven doesn't want any of these little ones to be lost. Matthew 18:12 through 14. It's the relentless pursuit of the lost that drives Warrior Image. There wasn't anywhere he didn't search, or a place that was off limits when he came to rescue me. I was that lost one. I am forever grateful. In turn, I will not stop, and I will not back down, even if it's only for one.
Hi, I'm Matt Barlow, and welcome to Warrior Image. Today I'm here with longtime friend Jeremy Willis. We go back high school, college, rodeoing together, and just known each other for a really long time. And Jeremy has spent his life as a PRCA pickup man, and rodeoed for a long time. Jeremy, welcome to the show.
Thanks, good to be here.
Man, so you called me here a while back and let me know you all were getting ready to do this school, and invited me to come and really kind of jumped at the opportunity. I've been out of the rodeo world for a while, but getting the opportunity to just come back and share the gospel with folks. I've always admired the fact that you've kept your walk for so long. I remember, when we were in high school and college, you always talked about God, and you've managed to kind of keep your walk all these years. Man, really, what prompted you to do this school that we're at?
Golly, good question. Like I said, I've been in this business for a long time, and this is what I've done my whole life. Cullen Pickett here, a good friend of mine, he's been wanting to do one. He's kind of got a heart for giving back to these kids and helping them with the rodeo and all that. And he's been talking about doing it for a while and wanting me to help him. And I knew that I would do it if we also had the chance to teach these kids the gospel. That's the only reason I'm really here. So it was really important when we started this. When me and him talked, we wanted to find some instructors that were really good. Yeah. But also had a heart for the Lord, that would understand the mission and why we're here. I mean, we could be a lot of different places other than in some arena teaching kids to ride bucking horses, but we're here for a reason, and that's why we got the instructors that we did.
And that's one of the things I love about what you do is the fact that for a long time there's kind of been this stigma of Christian men being kind of soft. And I love the fact that every one of you guys are really kind of in the trenches. Cowboy way of life's a tough way of life, and there's a lot that goes into it, and a lot of lonely times, and a lot of partying, a lot of things that go on, and the fact that y'all are able to continue your walk in that time, be able to shine a light, and then be wanting to this next generation coming up to be able to kind of instill those same things in them. Man, that's just a major blessing. Yeah. So you guys got a few friends here, huh?
Yeah, so you talked about being soft. Bradley here, I wouldn't say soft. He's softer than like Chad. Chad's a tough son of a gun. But no, this is Bradley Miller, bareback rider. I rodeoed with his dad forever. His dad was my traveling partner most of my career as a contestant. He's a bareback rider, really good. Chad Rutherford, another bareback rider, and Jacob Lees.
Right.
So all, NFR bareback riders, but more importantly, got a heart for the Lord and understand the mission that we're trying to do here.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Well, Bradley, so what got you here? What got you into, sharing the gospel with these guys?
Yeah, any chance to come and hang out with these young kids that want to ride bareback horses is a great opportunity for us, because they look up to us because we ride bucking horses for a living, and that's what they want to do. And having that influence on them from riding bucking horses, it sure helps you whenever it comes to helping them out with life and their walk with Jesus. So getting to God gave me a talent to ride bucking horses, and a place like this is really the best place that we get to share
Yeah.
more than rodeo with them because they
Yeah.
look up to us because of the rodeo stuff.
Yeah, man, that's great that you're using, the talents that God gave you and being able to really kind of give back into the kingdom and everything. Chad, you and I talked for a little while this morning, and, what's probably one of the hardest things as far as being a cowboy and being on the road and everything about, living that Christian life? What's the thing you see most of the guys struggle with the most?
And peer pressure is a real thing.
Yeah.
The devil works his ways, works his way to whittle in there in all different types of ways. And when you're going down the road and you're around all the different sinful things that are going on in this broken world we live in, the rodeo world is a very secular, broken part of this world.
Yeah.
And starting off as being one of those real sinful men and has seen the light and come around from it, I'm able to relate with these guys.
Yeah.
Like we're in the trenches with them.
Yeah.
And the hardest thing for me whenever I've tried to minister to guys, I mean, I've had a lot of heart-to-heart conversations with Lise here. It's understanding of where they're at in their life and trying to convey that grace that God gives us in a way that's not coming from a judgmental standpoint.
Right.
It's an understanding standpoint.
Right.
God sent His Son, or Himself in the form of His Son in human form, down here to give us that grace and to save us from ourselves. And that's kind of where I try to come when I'm talking to these young men about their walk with Jesus and their walk through this life. It's like, I was there. I was one of you. There's a whole nother side of life that, as you walk and as you grow and as you mature, you start to see the error of your ways.
Yeah.
And just know that there were others that came from the same place you are now that were able to get out of it. So you're never too far gone. There is someone there that's already lived that life, and I'm trying to show that through my experiences.
Man, and that's one of the things I love about it too is, at times when we come to Christ or we're even slow to come because it's like, well, I've done all these different things. And, when we go to live our witness in front of people, it's like, man, this guy knows I did this guy knows I did that. And a lot of times we're really resistant to it. But the reality of it is, man, when people get to see God's grace and they get to see the changes that are taking place in your life, it really adds something to it. It's not somebody that, like you said, that's judgmental, that's just, bringing condemnation. It's like, hey, man, I've been there too. Like, I used to do those same things. I used to, run all the women. I used to do all the partying, or all these different things. And to be able to share that grace from a place of experience, man, that's absolutely incredible.
For sure.
Yeah. Thank you, man.
You bet.
So, what brings you here?
Pretty much the same thing they said. I love God, I love the Lord, and I love helping out kids. There wasn't a lot of schools where I was coming up and going from, and the ones that you could go to weren't very good. So I like to try to give back any way that I can, kind of take what I learned from those schools, what to do, what not to do, and kind of try to do the best I can by the newest generation coming up.
Yeah. So, like, I guess, have you seen, some big changes within the rodeo world as far as Christian influence and things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. The more guys like us that are out there trying our best to kind of put that out there and put the good word out there, it is making a change, and maybe it's a slow change, but I think as long as it's a change in the right direction, it's important.
Yeah, absolutely. Cowboys been known to be a little bit hard-headed, a little bit slow on change.
And I won't say that I'm not, but it's a step in the right direction. It's a step in the right direction.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guys, I really appreciate your time. I know we got to get back to bucking horses, but man, I just really appreciate the fact that y'all are such a great light in a dark world. And just keep up the good work, man.
Thank you, man.
Thanks.
Yep.
Thanks, man.
All right.
Appreciate you.
That's it. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks for your piece earlier.
Oh, yeah. No problem.
Good job.
Yeah.
Thanks, buddy.
All right.
Thank you.